Welcome to the nightly DOiNK. I was thinking about how I can't see. My glasses are so bad. And then if I lost them, right? Let's assume that I don't know anything. If I was walking around outside right now and I saw something in the sky, I wouldn't know what it was. But I would probably go back and tell somebody that, hey, I saw a dragon. I saw a two-headed bird. How many things were misinterpreted because the person couldn't see? I've always wondered that. You see all these cave paintings and these hieroglyphics of, monsters, big people, hairy people. Um, yeah, what if they just couldn't see? You talk about the dragons and, big giant sky creature, what, just all those things. What if they just couldn't see? It has nothing to do with aliens and spaceships. I feel like that's a pretty decipherable thing. I'm talking about other objects. I mean, hell, I can't see 6, 7, 8 inches in front of my face without my glasses on. So I can't. Yeah, I don't know how people would have made it. They just wouldn't be able to see. Like my glasses are like a -6, and it's pretty bad. I was actually riding in the car once with this person that I met. Or I guess it was a girl. I guess it's weird to talk about women when you're married, but yeah, no, I met this girl like I don't know, like 10 years ago or something. We were just like driving around, and she was like, I've never had my eyes checked." I'm like, "What do you mean you never had your eyes checked?" She's like, "Oh, things are a little blurry." I'm like, "Oh, here, well, we're going like 65 mile an hour." I'm like, "Well, here, try my glasses." She puts them on. She goes, "Wow, I can see perfectly." She's reading street signs. She's reading everything, and I'm looking and like, "Are you motherfucker? Give me those back, and we're switching seats." Like, and I don't even know how this chick like operated at all. I can't even get out of bed without my glasses. I can't even see my phone screen. I can't even read it from right here. It's that blurry. It's crazy. I need to get LASIK. That's what I need to do. I need to start a fund for LASIK. No, I don't want to do that. I think you have to sign a waiver that says if you go blind, that it's not their fault. And I don't know what would be worse, being blind, or actually I think it'd be worse to be blind. I think you could figure it out if you're deaf. Being blind is a whole different scenario, especially especially with Helen Keller. I I don't even know if I really believe this Helen Keller shenanigans. She was blind and deaf, right? She wasn't born that way. She got sick, and then anyway, she was like 18 months old when she lost her hearing and her sight, so she wouldn't know anything anyway. But think about. I want you to think about it right now. You can't hear and you can't see. What's an airplane? Somebody's gonna write into your hand. Close your eyes and you can't hear. Somebody's gonna write into your hand what an airplane is. How do they explain that? It's a flying carriage in the sky that just transports people. Like you know what I mean? I know what it is. I know what an airplane is, and it wouldn't make any sense to me if I couldn't see or hear. Uh, you know. So yeah, I'm a Helen Keller denier. Absolutely, big ass flying here. I think it's huge. Yeah, the I don't believe Helen Keller accomplished all the things that she did. I think the family took advantage of her situation. 'Cause let's be honest, this is what Alabama or Tennessee. I can't. It's one of those. I can't remember. But that was southern states, and especially back in those times, the education was terrible, absolutely terrible, and it would be very easy to convince the population, the city. I mean, you really have to convince the city uh, that your blind and deaf daughter can do all this stuff. miracle of God. And you just tell all these people, and they just eventually end up believing it. But it doesn't make it because nobody asks any questions. They say she flew an airplane. No, she didn't. She held on to the thing while it was flying above the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific, one of the oceans. She flew for like 20 minutes and she didn't even fly. She didn't even know she was flying. Like they had her in interviews and all that for what? She can't hear. Like, and then she's like touching the mouth and all that. What are you touching? What are you touching? You can't hear. You can't feel. It just doesn't make any sense. Helen Keller pisses me off. It pisses me off just because I did so many book reports about her in school. And had I just asked one more question or just been a little bit more thorough, I would have probably failed every book report I did on her because of the questions that I would have been asking because they didn't make any sense of how a blind and deaf girl, basically from birth, but 18 months, whatever, in Alabama or Tennessee, whatever, they don't give a shit about women now in the southern states. Why in the hell are they going to give a shit about a sick girl at that day and age? Really, I feel like you would only do it if you saw some sort of gain with it, right? Why would you waste all your time? I mean, I get it's your child and all that, but again, it's the South. It was a different time. I don't know. I've had a hard time sleeping the last few days. I've just been stressed out, especially with like all this social media stuff and whatnot. Like everything's going good. I'm feeling good. It's just the mental stress that this content creation and stuff puts on people. It really takes a toll on me. I've got that, you know, only child syndrome, perfectionist. I don't know what it is. I don't know how a lot of these other creators do it, especially when they're talking about way more like heinous and crazy things and political stuff, and like their content is getting viewed by millions. And I can't even break 50,000 views on 40 videos that are satire, that aren't even real, that don't create a victim, that don't have any sort of like that sort of aspect to it. I don't know. It's tough, especially when I used to, when I got all the views and stuff that I originally did with this stuff, with the RFK bits and everything else. It was like I don't know, it's almost power hungry, but I mean, it's just seeing the algorithm and the numbers and the views and all that. It just tells you that you're doing good. Realistically, that's all it tells you is you're doing good. So when those numbers are down and uh, every number, all the numbers are red because everything's just in a decline. And, the AI bots are telling you, "Hey, your content's not getting viewed." Blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, yeah. And then you ask it why, and it can't tell you. These super duper smart AI bots can't tell you why your content's not being viewed. I don't know. I do like it. I like content. I like creating content. I like it all. I wish that there was a way that I could put it all out there for everybody to see and not be hidden by some sort of platform or ownership or anything. Because I mean, I have almost 160,000 followers on TikTok on one account. Realistically, you should get at least 100,000 views on every video you post. I mean, it's TikTok. It's not like that people aren't on there, and it's not that 100% of your followers are active. But 100,000 out of 160,000, I would assume that they're active. And no, not everybody's active all day, every day, but everybody's on TikTok like every day, pretty much. And I don't know, it's weird. It's tough. It's hard. It's frustrating. I wish I could just like put it in the back of my mind and not worry about it. And I can't. All I think about. Open my phone, refresh, hoping to see thousands of notifications. And it's just like a like, or I put out a new video and it'll get like 40 new likes immediately, like 200 views. Like it gets a good spread usually. And then it just dies. One thing I've noticed that people don't do though is comment. Like I have a bad issue with it too. Like I'll see a video and I'm like, I better comment. These people better hear what I have to say or read what I have to say. And in my mind, I'm like, these people they don't give a shit, but I'm going to tell them anyway. That's another thing that I've always tried to focus on too with this whole content creation and having such a big following is interacting with my community, talking to the fans, responding to the comments. Even though responding to the comments gets pretty negative sometimes. Sometimes I don't even understand how people are just so miserable. And people are, oh, they're just bots. They're bots. Don't worry about it. They're not bots. There are bots on the internet, but like these aren't bots. Bots aren't having conversations with each other, going back and forth about like your looks and your personality. And, and it's like, I don't really give a shit, but I did. I spent a whole day reading every fucking comment. And my God, I could not believe how these people are. It really put a bunch of shit into perspective since then. Like it is. It's the men on the internet. Men on the internet are fucking crazy. Some of the shit that you guys will say is just fucking mind-boggling. If I said some of the shit that you guys say to me to your mothers, you guys would lose your fucking minds. Anyway, I think I'm finally getting tired. I'm gonna probably go to sleep on the couch because my daughter is in the bed and it's impossible to sleep with kids in the bed. They sleep perpendicular. If you're parallel or whatever way you're laying vertical, they're laying horizontal. And they're trying to intersecting lines. Like I'm getting kicked in the face, I'm getting kicked in the guts, getting kicked in the nuts. God, I when I was a kid, I slept with my mom until I was like, I think like 8 or 9. Man, it was a long time. God, she had to be miserable. Yeah, well, we're gonna try to get some sleep. Thanks for tuning in to my rant. Gonna try to get more of these out. So, yeah. We'll see you later.